Oh god. I'm so stupid, I didn't see that mine, and I literally dove headfirst right into it.
Reinforcing!
Helldivers 2 seemingly came from orbit and crashed down into gaming and stole all the attention from games like Suicide Squad and Skull and Bones. I haven't felt like this since playing Halo or Call of Duty, games that all I wanted to do is play. Helldivers 2 is all I've wanted to play all month long. I've gotten to play with my brothers and friends, some of which I haven't played with in years. This game does such a good job being fun with friends. You always need help because this game is really tough, especially solo. I mean, you can play it solo, but most of the time I get overwhelmed. The only way I could succeed is if I brought the right equipment, stratagems, and a bit of luck. We should start with who even made this game. Well, it's from a small studio called Arrowhead, famous for their first game, Magicka, a 4-player co-op top-down action-adventure game. Their next game was The Showdown Effect, a 2.5D multiplayer action game in 2013, then went on to make the remake arcade game Gauntlet in 2014, another top-down action-adventure game. They continued with the top-down arcade style of gaming with their next game, Helldivers. The game had on average about 6,000 players. Now we get to the sequel, Helldivers 2, completely different game. They went from 2D top-down to full 3D open world-ish. Suddenly, this month, the game has been a huge hit. The servers would fill up in the afternoon all the way till late at night. Estimates of how many players were probably 500,000. That's a big step up from their previous game. As of this video, they finally implemented an AFK kick feature, which stopped all the players leaving their game running just so they didn't have to wait for hours just to get in. It had some other issues like crashes, not giving out rewards, or you purchase something but it doesn't actually unlock. So far, they've been doing a great job fixing the game. Let's jump into the tutorial. You'll start out in boot camp. Hopefully you'll get through it without much issue.
Oh, why did you stand up?
After that, it'll throw you into your first mission. It will feel overwhelming at first, but your game might crash like mine did. 4 times, actually. I read some forums and one person suggested turning all the settings to low, except textures and anti-aliasing. Also, limit your frame rate to 60 or 90. That seems to have fixed my crashes, and ever since I've only had one crash. As time goes on, I'm sure they will patch these issues out as well as optimize the game. Now, as for the game, you'll start on a ship and name it. Mine is the Spear of Victory. You'll go to the map and find a planet to go liberate or defend. As of making this video, there's 2 enemy factions to fight. The robotic armies of the automatons, and the insectoid creatures of the terminids. Each planet has all kinds of effects, like snowstorms might slow you down or make visibility low, but your weapons take longer to overheat. So make sure you read up on these effects before jumping into a mission. There's many different missions to undertake, but really it boils down to a defense mission or open world-ish mission. Once you decide on a mission, you'll hop into a drop pod, pick your stratagems and equipment to bring with you, and ready up your squad. Then boom, you get dropped in. I must say, they did a great job with the presentation here, especially the music.
Launch initiated.
Once you've landed, defense missions are obvious: defend an area, like kill a certain amount of enemies or rescue enough civilians, which I specifically hate those ones. While most of the other missions are go destroy a base, kill a boss, or activate a console. These maps are huge and allow you to decide how you want to approach the objective. There's plenty of optional stuff to do, either destroy a radio tower, activate a big gun, or it might be a small, medium, or large enemy outpost for you to destroy. Here, these have structures that will continuously spawn units. Just one well-placed grenade or an airstrike is all it takes to destroy. Once you complete your main objective, you then make your way to the extraction zone and call it in. Don't forget to collect samples if you happen to notice one. Also, if you die, it drops and will be marked on your map for you or a squad mate to find. I had a few matches like these where we did everything, and then we had to hold the enemy back. Some players like to roleplay and chant things like, "For managed democracy!"
Hold the line for democracy.
For democracy and Super Earth.
After the victory screen, you get to see what your squad's score is. You'll get XP and requisition. Then it multiplies depending on what difficulty, as well as how many medals you got. Higher difficulties will give you more medals, but also requires you to do more missions to finish an operation. Obviously, the missions themselves get harder at the higher difficulties. Nothing like a Warhammer 40k Chaos Dreadnought dropping in and setting your ass on fire. Hopefully you and your team work out the right stratagems and bring in the right equipment. Completing operations will contribute to the defense or liberation campaign of the planet. Requisition is for unlocking stratagems, collecting samples upgrades your stratagems, and medals unlock new weapons, armor, boosters, and other cosmetics. There is microtransactions for super credits that you can buy with real money, but you can earn these in-game, so it's not a requirement. You can spend these to buy armor on this shop, and it changes each day. That's the main gameplay loop of this game. Like I said, it's something new and fresh. Missions can range anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. I've been having a blast with friends, and I highly recommend playing this game to you, and it's only $40. 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching.